just being part of this pageant is kind of a big deal, and it's already an achievement in and of itself.
Di ba? Parang ano, no? Minanifest mo nang hindi mo alam.
Yeah, it's a very funny thing to think about now. Oo.
Alright, so your fans would like to know, syempre, your aspirations or goals in life prior to signing up to Miss Universe Philippines.
So from 2020 to 2023, I worked as a public health nurse. And then I was focused on the implementation of universal healthcare law sa Philippines, well, specifically sa Cebu province at sa Mandaue City. And then that inspired me to pursue my master's degree in public administration. Then a lot has been going on kasi it was also part of, my duty was also part of serving sa pandemic. So I took a career break during the fourth quarter of 2023, and then to spend time with my family here and abroad. And I got to engage with Filipino migrants. I got also to engage with Ireland's leader in public health nursing. From that engagements and conversations I had with these people, I was inspired. Sabi ko, I just hope that the Philippines would have the same quality of services they have. I know it's too far-fetched to think about that, but you know, I can do actions and take steps. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, when I get back sa Philippines, I will continue to be of service as a public health nurse. And then the Miss Universe Philippines came. It was totally unexpected, but I really accepted it because I told myself again that this might mean I could be of service, continue to be of service, but through a wider and unique platform.
Iba kasi din yung platform ng pageantry
Yes.
nowadays, no? You
Yeah.
can leverage on your advocacy.
Yes, super.
Ayan. Okay, so did you have any role models or mentors or any significant persons in your life that who has impacted or influenced your goals and aspirations in life?
Yeah. Yes, that would definitely be my late mother. My mother used to be an OFW, a registered nurse in the United States of America. And then she was diagnosed with breast cancer, so she passed when I was 3 years old. I do not have any, clear memory of her, but I know that she has really worked hard to pave a beautiful life for me and my sister. And sabi ng ibang relatives ko, she used to be an avid pageant fan. I remember my cousin told me that whenever I would walk down any aisle in our house, she would sing and clap her hands and pretend I was a candidate of Miss Universe. And it's so funny to think about it now because I'm slowly living her dream. And I would say that I'm living the life that I know that she would be proud of. And of course, it wouldn't be possible then if it weren't for my legal guardians who stood as my mother and father and who molded me into the person that I am today.
And I'm sure everyone's so proud of you, diba, with your achievements in life, and you've come this far. Okay, so gusto lang namin syempre mas makilala ka pa, but which experience shaped your perspective in life and your aspirations for the future?
So during the pandemic, my schedule at work as a nurse was so hectic that it took a toll on my mental health. And I had to seek professional help that time. And the doctor told me, Vicky, it lies within you. You have a choice, either to rise or to sink. And then that stuck with me for days. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, how can I rise above the pressure and destitutions going through all that? So from there, my perspective changed. And I told myself I'm the only person who can change the trajectory of my life. So I began to seek ways and understand how I can better manage pressure. And even now with Miss Universe Philippines, I admit there is pressure, but I can see there is growth also within me. So that experience back then has really molded me and has changed my perspective in my life all throughout.
You've joined other competitions aside from beauty pageants, no?
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I did. I joined singing competitions on national television. Is it okay to mention them?
Yeah.
Well, I've joined The Voice Season 1.
Oh.
Yeah, hanggang blind auditions lang.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I joined Rising Stars Philippines sa TV5, and then Protege GMA7. And then the most recent one was it's showtime, Tawag ng Tanghalan, year 6.
Oh, sabi
So,
na nga ba?
yeah,
Kasi
I,
very familiar kasi ano kami,
Yeah.
TNT, ano kami, followers kami.
really? Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow
Yeah. So I've been
naman.
through different stations, no, hopping from one station to another.
No, if you have, kahit ako, no, if I have that kind of talent, talagang, sasalihan ko lahat. 'Di ba? Grabe.
Yeah.
So, kasi syempre the fans would like to know, your last name is Ingram.
Yes, yes.
And you mentioned earlier that you have a foster family. Okay, what is the role of your family in you joining Miss Universe Philippines?
The role of my family, they have been my pillar and my foundation. I know it's cliche to say that, but it really hits deep to my core because I lost my mother at a very young age and I do not have any clear memory of her. And having a mother through the form of my legal guardians and having a father through them, it really makes an impact in my life because they have really worked so hard as well to guide me and usher me to a life that I also aspire now. Because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to be a nurse. I wouldn't be able to finish my master's degree or pursue something as big as Miss Universe Philippines. And right now, though they're in Cebu, they have been so supportive. They've been reaching out, making quick video calls, tapos nangungumusta sila. And it makes me teary-eyed minsan kasi, you know, no matter how far you go, the family will always be there. No matter how high you go up there. Even if I get to be the next Miss Universe Philippines, I am still Vicky, their daughter. Yeah.
Grabe, 'di ba? Iba talaga ang family love,
Yes,
'di ba?
it's so different.
It's a different kind of parang fuel and
Yes.
motivation when you really talk about your family.
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
shout out to family dyan sa Cebu naman, 'di ba?
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, we'd like to give a big shout out also to the Miss Universe Philippines organization. Sir Voltaire Tayag, maraming salamat po for allowing us to do the interview with the girls, and also to the accredited partner of Mandaue City, Miss Universe Philippines Mandaue, Sir Sven Chua. Maraming salamat po for allowing us to sit down with Vicky. And also ang ating sponsor for here at the Qrown Philippines, La Luna Cafe. That's LA_Luna Cafe on Facebook and Instagram. At ang ating official venue for today, ang The Vault here in BGC. Maraming salamat po. At hindi natin makakalimutan ang Tasa Mobile Cafe for sa kanilang mobile coffee, milk tea, and pastries. Yan, you can contact them on their Facebook and Instagram accounts. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa inyong mga support. Okay, we continue on with questions from our Qrown community, Vicky. The first one is coming from Mary Ann Marquez of Caloocan City. How do you navigate the pressure and expectations of beauty pageants while staying true to yourself and your values?
Pressure will always be there, no? And in a pageant, nationally or locally. And being exposed to different kinds of entertainment, I've come to terms with the fact that there will always be people who are pleased and who are displeased, you know, because they know you based on what they see and what they hear, but they don't know you to the core. And what I do to keep myself grounded is I seldom check the comments, especially if these posts are specifically about me, just so I could keep my sanity. And also, after a long day of a pre-pageant activity, I do introspection. It's where I take a seat and then I review certain points of the day and I look into the points that I need to work on as I take on this journey. And that's very important for me because it reminds me that no matter how far I'll go in this journey, it's important for me as a beauty queen to still be receptive to learning and self-awareness.
Yun ang maganda, self-awareness. Na parang
Yes.
regardless of the noise, if you know yourself, talagang you stay grounded.
Yes.
Ayan, okay. Napakagandang question from Mary Ann Marquez of Caloocan City. We have one more question and this is coming from Ian Fernandez of Quezon City. Critics may question whether beauty pageants are relevant in today's society. As a beauty queen, how do you see the role of beauty pageants evolving in the future? especially for young participants?
Pageants back then are so different ngayon. Pageants right now are so much more than a walk in the runway, the crown. And it became a creative avenue to discuss and to share our thoughts and opinions on certain societal issues, especially beauty standards in the
Yeah.
society. And I am a woman of color. And being part of the modern standard, which I thought would never happen, is something that I'm truly grateful for and I'm very happy about because I get to share that with other candidates who are also women of color. Kagaya ni Miss Iloilo, Miss Quezon City, who else? Miss Florida, Miss Mariveles. Each women, advocate personal causes, but it is also as equally as important to also advocate for ourselves. And that alone marks a beautiful beginning, not only for us, as this could also be a new beginning for little girls who aspire to be beauty queens. And when they see us, they would be inspired now, oh, what I see on television isn't the only beauty standard. I can be like her. And that's the beginning of a beautiful future for the pageant.
Grabe, no? Laban na laban si Miss Mandaue. Grabe, talagang nakakapangalang akong ganyan. Alright, so, but which achievement or activity or any ongoing projects that you had in the recent years you think has empowered you the most?
Working talaga as a public health nurse, it was very challenging, at the same time fulfilling. I've been to different parts of the country and I've seen how limited resources, especially health knowledge, are in communities. So what I've been doing those times, I have been providing community health education, house-to-house immunizations, trainings for barangay health workers. And when I won Miss Mandaue 2023, there was one plan that I wanted to pursue sana, but it was postponed because I had to take a career break, which was my Be Prepared campaign. Yes, this is about enhancing the knowledge of expecting mothers on through prenatal literacy. Because in the Philippines, there are 78 women who die out of 100,000 live births. And that's very alarming.
Yeah.
That's very alarming. And from there, Miss Universe Philippines came. I figured this could be my chance to further that cause. Because it's a wider platform and people would be more engaged to this campaign. And through this campaign, I would educate mothers and even women. And through that, when you educate mothers and women, they are empowered, leading to an empowered community.
Grabe, di ba? Parang empowered women, empower women.
Yes.
Di ba? Talaga, it's a very, it's a very strong community that we're building right now. Okay, so, syempre, it's a competition. And hindi natin maiiwasan na pageant fans would always go for with their bets. Ngayon, sinasabi kasi syempre there's more than one representative coming from Cebu. So, how does it feel competing against your fellow Cebuanas? Parang Cebu versus the Philippines na ngayon. How does it feel competing against your fellow Cebuanas?
I do admit na it will always be a competition. But it isn't necessary for me to build tension between the candidates that are fellow Cebuanos because it goes it goes to understand that your only competition is yourself. And though we are aware that this is a competition between the candidates of Miss Universe Philippines, it is still crucial for us to maintain camaraderie. Kasi hindi natin alam, no, along the pre-pageant activities, we may be going through difficulties that we might need help from each other. So it is still important to maintain sisterhood and camaraderie with fellow candidates, especially with my Cebuana friends who are also MUPH candidates. Even Miss Bantayan, Miss Jovel, actually she's been my close friend since 2020. We've been together in a pageant, Binibining Cebu 2020. Yes. Yeah.
Pero alam nyo na maglalaban kayo for
Yes, we do know. We are aware of that. And we didn't see it as anything to build a gap between us. It was more of
Yes.
like a moment for a reunion.
Oo, diba?
Yeah.
Kumbaga parang talagang, it's a spotlight for everyone.
Yes.
Sharing the spotlight for everyone. Okay. So, speaking of competition, because syempre, it's going to be a bloodbath as well in Mexico. And so, the pageant fans are looking for 3 beauty queen essentials para sa maipapadala natin sa Miss Universe in Mexico. So, they're saying that the 3 beauty queen essentials are relatability, stage presence, and Q&A prowess. Which of these 3 do you have in your toolbox?
So let's start first with relatability. When we say relatability, it's having the ability to build a genuine connection with other people from different walks of life. And from there, it fosters understanding and empathy, allowing different individual perspectives to thrive, making it more impactful to different people. And this is the attribute I also have that I have developed over the years since I have been immersed in public service as a public health nurse. Second is stage presence. As you can see, I'm the candidate with, the shortest hair. I do have very visible tattoos, which is an uncommon standard of beauty for Asians. But, more than anything, my hair right now, it holds a timeless story of my life. I used to have long curls actually, but I decided to cut my hair during the pandemic because it became a challenge for me to manage. And now I have slowly embraced my hair as a part, because it's a part of who I am now. So it's more than just fashion, it's more of just standing out because it's now a living testimony of what I've experienced all throughout my life. As for my tattoos, as you can see here, you can't see because I'm wearing long sleeve. There's a certain tattoo in my skin that pays a homage for my mother. So what I'm trying to say is the way I look and the way I present myself to the public as a beauty queen or perhaps as the next Miss Universe Philippines resonates to who I am. And when the people sees that, they will be able to relate to who I am as a person and not just as a beauty queen. So yes, I do have stage presence as well, and I hope people would be reminded to step out and embrace who they are, especially if this would resonate a lot to their lives and if this would make their hearts happy.
Siguro for my final question na lang, Vicky, with all things considered, I know you're spending a lot of time training, coming from a very competitive background, diba? With all of the competitions you've joined, you've achieved as well. We want to know, why do you want to win Miss Universe Philippines?
With with years of being exposed to entertainment, we cannot deny the fact that people often see beauty queens as intimidating images. And if I would win Miss Universe Philippines, it would be a great chance for me to break that barrier between me being a public image and to the general public. Because aside from being an effective communicator, from being a beauty queen, I also have to ensure that when I engage with different people from different walks of life, I would be able to foster understanding and empathy among them. Because time will come that I will further and present my advocacy or what I stand for. And in order for them to grasp and understand that, I have to make sure that I have to build a genuine connection first. So that is why I want to win Miss Universe Philippines, to change the image of what a beauty queen should be. Because from there, it would create a ripple effect, making it easier for one beauty queen at a time to further their causes and to build a genuine connection to the society.
Time to rise, and no one can deny.
Victoria Leslie Ingram, Miss Universe Philippines, Mandaue City. Daghang salamat sa inyong suporta ug giawhag ko kamo sa pagpadayon sa pagsuporta kanako as I take on my journey towards Miss Universe Philippines. So to get more updates, you can follow me on my social media accounts. That's for Instagram, Victoria Leslie _Ingram, and for Facebook, that's Victoria Leslie Ingram. Once again, daghang salamat kaninyong tanan. Kita kits!